So we're going to start by just reclining ourselves back onto our elbows, and we're going to take our feet so that they're in line with our sitting bones, and all we're going to do is drop the legs over to one side and then bring them back up again. And you're going to do the same over to the other side and back up again. So just keep going side to side, and I want you to try and get that top knee to reach over the foot. So that way you'll start to get a little bit more of a stretch through the front of the thigh. You'll feel that glute work a little bit, but you'll also get a little bit more mobility into your spine. So we're just going to do one more like that, and then you're going to come back up to the center and walk your feet really wide, and then start to go again. And this time really send the foot along the mat towards that opposite big toe. You'll get even more of a hip stretch all the way back round to the other side. And again, so I feel this up the front of my thigh, but also all the way into my back and around my shoulder blades. Just keep going in your own time. And you're just almost sending your gaze over your knees. And just feel those hips start to get a little bit looser. So we're going to make this one our last one. And then you're going to pause in the middle, walk the feet together, bring your bum down, and we're going to come down onto our backs. So let those hands rest by your side. We're going to start with just a lovely bridge. So just press into your feet, send those knees over your toes. Let those shoulders stay settled onto the floor. And then just lay that spine all the way back down again. Let the sit bones go at the very end so your coccyx are heavy, and we're going to go again. So again, we're lifting on your exhale, taking a pause at the top, and then just exhaling all the way back down again as well. Now, if you feel like your head is getting a little bit left behind, you can grab yourself a pillow here as well. But really try and feel like your body is almost just hanging off of your legs. So your legs are doing the work here. Your spine can just roll. Head, neck, and shoulders are nice and settled. And we're going to pause at the top on this one. So when you get back up to the top, take a little pause for me. You're going to tip your pelvis down to one side. We're going to roll down that side of your spine. Hold it at the bottom. Make sure your bottom is totally relaxed. Come back into center. And are you wonky on your mat, or are you straight still? Tip down to the other side. We're going to roll up that side. Tip back down to the other. See if you can come down the center of you. Tip back down to the other, so we're kind of creating this little circular effect. And again, you want to just check in with yourself at the bottom, see if you can stay somewhere in the middle. But the other good thing about that is that you really will let go all the way, so you'll get that release through the back of your pelvic floor as well. Letting that coccyx settle and heavy every time. So I'll do one more in this direction. So all the way back up to the top. Pause at the top. We roll down the same side, back through center, and back up the other side. So if you are finding that you're really going over to one side, you want to just stand into one foot a little bit more so that you can almost keep your pelvis in the middle rather than trying to just tip your pelvis. So again, how smooth can you make that? Can your body simply fall off your legs as we just get that, all the joints in the side of your spine opening. So we'll make this one our last one. And then you're going to come straight into the middle, relax your bottom and come straight back up through the middle for your final one. We're going to hold it up here, and you're just going to do tiny little pulses up here, just getting those glutes firing, getting the back of the thighs working. Again, can you let your spine just stay settled? So we're looking for a little bit of activation into this mobility. We're going to go a couple more, little hold, and then just lay yourself all the way back to the floor. Let that tail go heavy. You're going to grab hold of the back of one of those thighs, pull it really nice and close, and if you feel a pinch, just let it go out and then pull it round to the side of the room before coming back towards you. Let that foot stay floppy, and you're just going to kick the leg up towards the ceiling and bring it back down again. So again, if you want to grab yourself some pillows, you can, but you're just going to feel that stretch into the back of your thighs, letting that foot stay nice and settled so it's not all about a nerve stretch. It's very much about the back of that hamstring. We're going to do one more here, and you're going to leave it up there. Now have a little look at that foot, see if you can see all 5 toenails, and you're going to just turn the foot in and turn the foot out. Turn the foot in and turn the foot out. And as you do that, can you keep your thigh relatively still? So we're really moving at that ankle joint. So this shouldn't cause any pain in your back. This should be purely down your leg, maybe into your calf. We'll go one more each side. And then bend the knee, bring it all the way back, let that foot come to the floor, and we're going to grab the other side. So again, come out, round and in if you need to. We're going to start, foot stays nice and floppy as we just kick the leg up and then let it come back down again. So try and let your bottom relax. You're not forcing it all the way up to the ceiling. It just depends on how much hamstring you've got to give. But we'll do a couple more there. And then on this next one, we're going to hold it all the way up to the top. Look at all those 5 toes. And again, just turn the ankle in, turn the ankle out. So go gently. See if you can get the whole leg to stay still. And it's just that ankle moving. So imagine you've got a little trainer sock on, or where the top of your trainers sit. That's the bit you want to move. My leg's really shaking on this side, and that's okay. We'll go one more, and then rest, let that leg come all the way down. We're going to extend those legs, reach your hands up to the ceiling, and we're going to come into a roll up. So as you take a nice big breath in, breathe out, reach the hands, roll yourself all the way up into sitting, and we're going to do a few of those. So let your legs go away from you, just roll off your pelvis, let your spine move for your hands to go over your head. And then again, use that breath, so big breath out. Use the breath as your hands reach towards your feet to bring you up. A couple more of those. Again, we're working the tummy muscles a little bit as we allow that spine to move. And use that breath. Turn the gaze towards your feet to help protect your neck, and feel like almost your rib cage can be lifting your head. So we'll make this one your last one. Big breath out. Reach the hands towards the feet to come all the way up. And we're going to flick that round, so you're going to turn onto your tummy, lower yourself to the floor, and just let that head just hover off the floor. So we're going to start with a really nice prone press. So hands by your chest, feet flat onto the floor, press that pubic bone into the floor. And as you inhale, we're going to start to lift up through that chest, keeping those lowest ribs onto the floor. From here, you're just going to lower yourself back down again. And again, so press into your hands just a little bit, allow your breastbone to lift, and then all the way back down. So keep the tip of your nose heading back to the floor. And we're just trying to turn through your rib cage. We're trying to let your hands just be a little bit light, but always keep that pubic bone pressing into the floor. So we're getting a little bit of activation into the back of us. So we'll just go a couple more here. Exhaling on your way down and inhaling on your way up. And then just pause at the bottom. Walk your hands a little bit further forward so they're more underneath your shoulders. And as you inhale, we're going to press into those hands a little bit, and we're going to come up towards a swan. So let your head just gaze slightly forward, almost like you're looking at almost the bottom skirting of your room, and then pull your hands underneath you to come all the way back to the floor. We're going to go again. Press into those hands, almost try and send them towards the top of your mat. Keep pressing that pubic bone towards the floor. The top of your hips should have been picked up by now. And bring yourself all the way back. A couple more of those. Again, using that inhale as we come up to help us. And that exhale to come down. We'll make this one your last one. All the way up. And we're going to pause at the top. And I want you to take a few big breaths into your tummy here. Keep pressing that pubic bone. If you're feeling that as a bit of a pinch in your back, just come down a little bit. But really breathe into that tummy. Try to expand your whole abdominals, your whole six-pack muscle. See if you can get as much stretch in the front of your body as you can, because in a second we're going into a rocker stretch. And then just lower yourself all the way back down. So keep that nose hovered off the floor for me, and we're going to take the hands palms up by the side of you. We're going to take this into a little bit of an active extension. So from here, just allow the shoulder blades to come together just a little bit. And as you breathe in, reach your hands towards your feet in order to come up into our extension. And as you breathe out, come back to the floor. And again. So pubic bones still pressing. We're leaving those lower abdominals, lower ribs on the floor. And you're just working with your breath. So we inhale up. And we're going to exhale down. Couple more here. So feel those legs just streaming away from you. Feel that chest opening. Just allow yourself to feel those back muscles working as well. And we're going to do just one more here. Remember, it's that inhale breath. Inflating that tummy will get you up. And exhale to come back down. We're just going to take those hands underneath your head. Just shake out your bottom just a second. And then we're going to take it into our rocker stretch. So from here, when you're ready, you're going to hover your nose off the floor. You're going to start to press your pubic bone into the floor and start to bend one knee so that your heel comes towards your bottom. Reach behind you, see if you can grab the ankle, and then see if you can bring the other leg behind you as well. We're going to press into our hands. Press into our hands, and we'll start to come up into our extension, and then just lower all the way back down again. So right now your bottom might be up in the air a little bit, shoulders almost being pulled back. That's really fine. From here, take a nice big inhale breath, press your feet into your hands, and as you do so, you're going to start to come up. You'll feel those thighs start to come off the floor. Big stretch in the front of your body, and exhale to fold back down. Couple more of those. So inhale, breathe into that tummy, push your pubic bone into the floor, and exhale to come all the way back down again. One more like that. Really press those hands, or press those feet into those hands, staying strong with those arms so we come up into our lovely high rocker, and exhale all the way back down again. Release the feet, plant the hands down, and you're going to push yourself up into a wide knee child's pose. So just let that forehead rest on the floor, arms reaching out in front of you. You're going to let that lower back just settle. Let the tummy just hang, and really try and breathe into the back of you. So we're going to go for a little rotation here. So walk one hand into the middle, And it's like a little mini thread the needle. So we're going to start to take one hand under the other side, and you're going to really reach it away from you as you press a little bit into the hand. So your bottom sits towards your hip still. And again, just take a breath into that side so you're breathing into the side of you. See if you can get that shoulder blade to just give a little bit more every time you reach, keeping that opposite bottom cheek onto the floor. And then when you're ready, we're going to come to the other side. So again, see if you can reach yourself away. Hips start to come towards your bottom still, trying to keep them in the middle. You might feel this a little bit more around your shoulder blades. Try and reach the other arm away from you so both hands are going in different directions. One more big breath there into wherever you feel that stretch. And then we're going to come up onto all fours. So in this place, you're going to plant those hands underneath your shoulders, index fingers pointing forward, and we're going to do just a couple of cat-cows. So you're going to start to tuck that tailbone under, roll through the spine. Have a little look at that tummy button. And then open the sit bones, let your tummy just hang, but stay strong into your arms so you're coming up and through your arms with your chest. Again, lead from the tail, so tuck that tail under. Feel those lower tummy muscles start to work. And can you tuck that tail any more? And then head in the opposite direction. And just see which breath makes that movement feel easier for you. But make sure you're staying really nice and strong in those arms all the time. So again, just pause here into this extension. Just let your tummy hang, really try and expand into that tummy. And then we're going to tuck that tail under and we're going to stay in that little tuck. We're going to wiggle our bottom side to side. So wiggle it one way, wiggle it the other. And again, you really want to try and stay tucked under. You're going to get a little bit more through those side tummy muscles. Let your head hang. I just gave mine a little bit of a shake to make sure it was. But keep turning that pelvis under. So we'll go one more on each side here. And then center yourself, open those sit bones, come back to that middle ground. Walk your hands forward. And then from here, we're going to do little hip circles. So I want you to send your hips towards one hand into almost a little low plank, other hand, and then push back towards child's pose. Come back round into that circle. So we're taking it through to one side and back to the hips. So really try and exaggerate that movement. You can close your eyes if it makes you feel better. But you're trying to swing your bottom. Make sure you're not just sagging into that plank. So there's still that activity happening into your tummy muscles, and we're getting that nice stretch into our shoulders as well. So we'll go one more here. And then we're going to reverse. So head towards the other side. Again, stay lighter into one side in order to really get that lovely rotation. Doesn't matter what this looks like, but remember at the front, this shouldn't be in your lower back when you're in that plank, that knee plank. You're going to let those feet turn, let everything move. We're going to go 2 more here. Last one. And then pause in the middle at the back. Pull yourself forward. Walk those knees forward a little bit. And we're going to come into a thread the needle. So find somewhere into your middle ground. Turn one palm up. We're going to keep the other arm straight and you're going to start to slide the hand along the floor. When you can't go anymore, you're going to bend that elbow to drop the shoulder and the head towards the floor. And I want you to make sure your bottom is in the middle. From here, you're going to take a nice big breath in, and as you breathe out, press into the arm, take the hand round, swing it up behind you, and then take it all the way back. So arm stays straight so you can go no more. Then bend it to drop that shoulder. We're going to work that arm a little bit in order to get ourselves up. So nice big breath in here, breathe out to press into that arm. You can tell everyone you've just done a single arm push-up, and then roll it all the way back and through. Take another big old breath into the side of you, into those ribs. And we'll do one more after this one. So big breath out, press, rotate. Can you really reach that hand? Go and have a little look at it. And then last time, arm stays straight. Bend the elbow when you need to. Nice breath in. And breathe out. Press through the arm. Reach. Go on, go have a look at it. See where that arm is. And bring that hand back to the floor. And we're going to go into the other direction. So palm up. We're going to slide under, keeping that arm straight. And then dive towards the floor. Hold it here. Is your bottom still in the middle? Take a nice big breath in. As you breathe out, press into your hands. Swing that arm all the way up. Go take a look at it. And bring it all the way back. Elbow bends when it has to dive that shoulder to the floor. Breathe into wherever you feel that stretch. If you don't feel the stretch, reach a little bit further. And then use that exhale breath to get you all the way up and through. Really press into that bottom arm as well. We've got two more here. So take that couple more breaths in this position. Use the back of the arm to help you get up and really look at that hand so you can feel that stretch all the way through your side tummy muscles too. Last one. Big breath in here. Feel that stretch into your mid-back. And then breath out. Last time. Follow that hand round. Really take a look. Hold it there. And take that hand back to the floor. We're going to tuck those toes under. We're going to press ourselves all the way back towards our heels. And you're going to send your bottom up into the air and start to roll yourself all the way back up again. Let your hands just rest by your side. And as you breathe out, just sigh. Roll those ribs forward. Come down, keeping those legs nice and straight. Let that head go. You're just going to hang it there. Tip the weight forward onto your balls of your feet, and we're going to bend one leg and straighten it, bend the other and straighten it. And you're going to have a bounce when you do this. So bounce down as you straighten one leg, up as you're transferring, and keep alternating. If you have any problems or you feel this a lot in your back, you can just stay in that hang. Let that head go. Try and keep the weight, and the bounce is just as important as the stretch. We're going to do a couple more here. Last one. And then just hang. Let both hands just hang forward. Press into the balls of the feet. Start to roll that tailbone all the way back up again. And we're just going to do a couple more roll downs. So let the hands slide down the thighs, all the way down, trying to keep the weight onto the front of your feet. As your hands just fall, you can grab hold of your hands, shake your head. Then let the arms go. Press into the balls of your feet. come all the way back up to straight. Last time. Big breath in. As you breathe out, just sigh and roll through that chest bone, which will take the head. Let the arms really hang. Weight staying forward for me. Make sure you give that head a little bit of a shake. You can hold onto your arms if you want here, whichever is nicer for you. But try and keep the weight into the balls of those feet. Big breath in, breathe out, let the hands dangle and roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Why not check out these related videos? Thanks for joining us, everyone.